Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're digging into a classic American play that asks a question so fundamental it's almost uncomfortable. We're talking about Arthur Miller's powerhouse tragedy, All My Sons. So, what do you think? What is more important, your family or your community? This is the massive dilemma right at the heart of this play. It pits our deepest loyalties against our bigger duties to society. And as we're about to see, the answer can be absolutely devastating. So the play drops us right into the lives of the Kellers, a family in post-World War II America that seems to have it all. But hiding just underneath that perfect suburban surface is a terrible, corrosive secret. Our story kicks off in the seemingly peaceful backyard of the Keller family home. And on a surface, they are the picture-perfect American dream. They're successful, everybody in the neighborhood respects them, and they're pretty well off. But, right from the get-go, you can see the cracks. There's this fallen apple tree in their yard. It was a memorial for their son Larry, who was lost in the war, and now it's just shattered from a storm. And trust me, this is not just a random detail. That tree is a huge symbol. It's like the tree of knowledge, the Garden of Eden, and, well, the fall from grace. It's some brilliant foreshadowing for the total collapse of this family's world. At the center of all this, you've got the patriarch, Joe Keller. He's this friendly, successful factory owner, a real self-made man. But yeah, there's a really dark secret lurking behind that friendly smile. And this quote? Man, it pretty much sums up his entire philosophy. For Joe, family is everything. It's the ultimate trump card that justifies, well, anything, no matter how wrong or destructive it is. And here's the thing. It's absolutely crucial to get this. Joe does not see himself as a bad guy. Nope. In his mind, he's just a practical man. He lived through the Great Depression. He gets the pressures of capitalism. It's a dog-eat-dog world out there. He thinks he just did what any loving father would have to do to provide for his family. So in his mind, this horrific decision wasn't evil. It was just a practical choice. Sacrificing another family to save his own? To Joe, that was just the cost of doing business. Okay, so Joe isn't in this alone. Not by a long shot. His wife, Kate, is the emotional gatekeeper of the family's big secret, and honestly, she plays a huge, active role in keeping the whole lie afloat. But look, this goes way beyond a mother's hope. This is a full-blown psychological wall she has built around the entire family, a fortress of denial, because she just can't face the truth. And what's fascinating, right, is that her denial, it's not passive at all. It is a full-time job. She knows deep down that if Larry is really dead, then that makes Joe a murderer. So she just clings to this impossible hope, which makes her a willing accomplice in the whole cover-up. And that brings us to the final piece of this puzzle, the real powder keg in this family, the surviving son, Chris. He is the moral compass of the whole play. And when he comes back from the war, he brings a whole new and very dangerous set of values into the Keller house. You see, his time on the battlefield, watching men sacrifice their lives for each other, it completely changed him. It gave him this deep sense of integrity and this belief that we have a duty to each other that goes way beyond just family or making a buck. And this right here, this is the collision at the very heart of the play. You've got Chris's idealistic, almost sacred view of the world smashing head-on into his father's ruthless, whatever-it-takes pragmatism. One of them has to break. So you've got all these forces, denial, guilt, idealism, all swirling around in one house. Something's got to give, right? The family's fragile peace just can't hold, and the truth eventually comes roaring out in a series of absolutely gut-wrenching moments. It's just this rapid-fire, brutal unraveling of the truth. Each new piece of information just chips away at the lie until the entire foundation of the Keller family just crumbles. And all that's left is the horrifying reality of what Joe did. And this all builds to the play's incredibly powerful and tragic ending, which is where we find out what the title, All My Sons, really means. I mean, can you imagine? This is the final blow, the one thing Joe can't possibly explain away. He finds out that his own actions, the ones he claimed were to protect his family, are what directly led to his son's death. And that, right there, is the moral gut punch of this entire play. It's this profound statement that we're all connected. Joe's biggest mistake was his narrow vision. He couldn't see past his own backyard fence. He didn't get that his private choices have very public and, in this case, fatal consequences. So Miller just leaves us with this this really haunting, timeless question. All My Sons isn't just about something that happened during a war, it's a challenge to every single one of us. It forces us to look at our own lives and ask ourselves, who exactly are all our sons?